My name is Harley. Hi. About 6 months ago, I had a full-ass fucking child. Yes, my baby is now 6 months old, and welcome to my 6 months postpartum. Let me get all nice and close like Bailey. Disclaimer. If you were grossed out by bodily fluids or discussion of periods, blood, or birth, then a postpartum video ain't for you. If you're a weak little bitch. Right, so it is currently November, I think. Yes, November. We're in November. Start of the week, my little Marzi bear turns 6 whole months, which is insane to me. Mental. I feel like I don't remember much of the last 6 months, and I feel like I don't even remember being pregnant. I don't remember. It's all very much a blur. Maybe because I didn't sleep much. Before setting up to record this video, I watched through my 1 month postpartum, and fuck, what a difference. What a time. What a time to be alive, you know? Anyway, I just thought we'd go through and talk about where I'm at 6 months postpartum. So I had a C-section, and it was pretty fucked up. And as I think all C-sections are in my experience. Listen, because Mars was in hospital because she kept losing weight, she, had to be in there, and I was with her, so I didn't really, focus on the taking care of my scar. Yeah, I didn't act like I'd just been cut in half kind of thing. That's a lot. Had a bit of struggle with the healing. My scar is so skew with it's fucking stupid. And I had, hematomas and stuff. But 6 months on, the hematoma I think left at 1.5 month, 2 month mark, and I'm all healed. All the dressings came off. I thankfully made it through without getting any infections. Didn't think that was going to happen. And it's still feeling a bit odd. I have moments where my scar feels like it's pulling. I have moments where I'm just in a lot of pain. From my scar, or my scar just doesn't feel right. And I remember having bits of that with Olive's afterbirth, postpartum thing, but it's a lot more this time around. So I don't know if it's because it was my second one. But regardless, I'm now 1. I'm sewed back and the scar has healed. It looks munted, but it's healed. So when it came to afterbirth, I stopped bleeding just before the 1 month mark. And then it came back and did another reunion tour. By the time I was 2 months postpartum, everything had stopped bleeding. And then I didn't get my period until I was about 3 months postpartum, which from then continued to be kind of shit. I don't know if it's because of the postpartum or because of my uterus. My uterus generally doesn't work well with me and kind of likes to fuck me over a little bit. But I was having periods, and then I would have, after a week, after the period was done, would get, a massive thing of clots or, spotting or bloody discharge or whatever. And then it, continued on until we reached last month where I got the Marina put in. I was listed as semi-urgent for having the Marina in, so that means I should have had it in within 90 days of me giving birth. That was not the case. But I did get the Marina in, and I did not have to pay for it. So, fair's fair, Since the Marina has gone in, it's been non-stop bleeding. And the longest period I've been without bleeding has actually been this past 24 hours. So I'm hoping that I've bled non-stop for a month in order to not bleed at all for another 5 years. Next, let's get into breastfeeding, shall we? Shall we talk about it? Do you miss boobies? Really? So I was breastfeeding Mars. I breastfed Olive for 3 months, and then I was really excited to breastfeed Mars. And I did until I think the 2 month period. With Olive, I had to stop because the milk just died. With Mars, I had an abundance of milk, and then I had very little. Then I had an abundance, and then I had very little. And also I was kind of getting over it and quite lazy with having to breastfeed, then pump, then breastfeed, then pump, then breastfeed, then pump. So that in itself was a struggle. However, I wasn't forced to stop. I chose to stop. Breast is best, as they say, but if the person who's giving the breast milk is dying inside, then that shit ain't liquid gold anymore. Dying inside might be dramatic, but it also might not be. I was really struggling with my mental health, and not that it was the breastfeeding's fault, but the breastfeeding definitely added an element to just me being exhausted, me being upset and angry, all of that bullshit. I know, I was a right bitch. One particular day, I lost my shit and I just didn't want to be around anymore, and that's when I realised that I need to stop breastfeeding because it's not working for me, and if it's not working for me, then it's not working for my kids. So we went and got formula. She had formula, and within a whole week she was fully formula fed, and then she's been living a dream ever since, hey. So when I made my 1 month postpartum video, I was diagnosed with postpartum anxiety and depression. I had an appointment the following week, and I was like, maybe I'll be on medication, maybe I won't be. I went to that appointment, and from there, I started medication. That medication was shit. I didn't want to be on medication, but I took it because I didn't want my stubbornness to get in the way of like my kids having like a present mum. I stuck with it for a month before I realised that no matter how long I was waiting for it to work, it wasn't going to work for me. The same day that I stopped breastfeeding was the same day that I stopped medication, and I was like, not fucking doing it anymore. That breakdown, if that's what you want to call it, made me make all these choices, and I think, considering how like fucked up I was, they were the right ones. I ended up having like 4 psychologists and counsellors. I had a psychologist, I had a psychiatrist, I had a counsellor, and then I had someone who like sat down with me and assessed how I was going overall. And it was a lot. I also got diagnosed with OCD. Where did that come from? I don't fucking know, but at the same time, what I was thinking of when I thought of OCD is not OCD. Do you know what I mean? When it was explained to me what the OCD was and how I present OCD, I realised that I've had a lot of the characteristics a lot of my life, and it was pretty much explained that I was just going through a really heightened period of it. I felt really misunderstood in that time when I first got diagnosed. I am talking about something heart-wrenching. I felt really misunderstood during that whole time, and I felt like people did exactly what I would have done and go off what I think the OCD was, but actually not quite understanding what it was. And sometimes I'm chill about it, and sometimes I'm a bit sad about it. But at this moment, my OCD-ness is kind of chilling a little bit. I have my moments, I have my days, but at the moment, overall, considering where it was a few months ago, I'm doing really well, and I'm really proud of myself for that. So sadness and talking to myself and wanting to cry, but it is what it is, and I'm just doing what I can. Through the last few months, I've been asked to go back on medication. I got sent to a really fucking fancy smancy psychiatrist that was like $200 a fucking hour. For her to pretty much tell me what the other 4 people had told me. She was like, oh, you've got OCD tendencies and you've got some trauma, and wow. And I was like, no shit, Sherlock. You would think the other 4 collective minds could have told you that. I think I was sent to her in an effort of getting on medication. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if they thought because she was so expensive that I would listen to her more, but it's just not the case. I definitely thought about it, and I thought through it all, but I'm not willing to do that right now. That's me. There's nothing wrong with people going on medication, especially if it fucking works for you, but I'm not someone who is willing to deal with it right now. Bringing it back though, I have now only one psychologist. I got down to 2, and then I graduated from my counsellor, I think like a month ago. So, I don't know, it's kind of cool. So I go see him whenever he's available, whenever I'm available, and hoping that I can keep that on the mental health plan because he's too expensive otherwise. But yeah, I'm not on medication. I'm managing somewhat. I have, again, my days where I'm a complete fucking mess and I don't understand why I'm trying to deal with my life. But overall, I think I'm doing really good at also recognizing when I'm like really not doing well, and also then telling like Ty, oi, not doing good right now. That was a lot and I feel uncomfortable. Right, chronic pain. Well, listen, endometriosis has sort of been taken care of by the Marina going in. Right, right, so the Marina is now in and there to help with the endometriosis. I'm still feeling a bit of uncomfortability, but I also didn't have any like full-fledged endo attacks while I wasn't on any hormones. So that's a positive that maybe it didn't come back as we thought it might have, as intensely. Also, I did definitely have my moments of it being really uncomfortable and having like a lot of abdomen pain, but never to the point where like I'm medicated with like endone or something like that. I've got a pretty high pain threshold, so we pack some Panadol, move on, you know? With the fibromyalgia thing, it is what it fucking is. It's always an issue. I can't fucking bath the girls without having severe fucking back pain. I can't carry my kids because it's a lot. My shoulders are struggling. Yeah, it's the same as it ever fucking has been. Like, there is no difference. It hurts. My whole body just hurts. Now let's talk about the whole reason we're here. Marzi Bear. You might have been hearing her in the background. She's doing her thing. So when Mars was born, she kept losing a lot of weight and couldn't hold it in. She had an episode where she had really bad vomiting and then choked on it, and then continued just to lose weight. She had colic and really bad reflux. Now at 6 months, she's really tall and she is at a really healthy weight. She's heavier than Olive was ever at that age, and she's just like growing like it's her job, because it kind of is, but she's growing like no one's business, and that's really cool to see. She still has really bad vomiting. She vomits a lot and in excessive amounts, but apparently we just have to wait for that to subside, and sometimes it can go down at 6 months and other times it can take up to 12 months for babies to stop vomiting excessively, like The Exorcist. Mars is talking in baby gibberish. She's eating solids, and we're doing baby-led weaning so she can pick up everything and put it in her mouth, and that's really cool to see. The only thing that's kind of shitty is that she has eczema, which is 100% on me because I have eczema and I apparently, can pass it down. So now she's dealing with the product of that. Her eczema is a lot worse than I remember mine ever being. I normally get it just in my arms and behind my knees, and maybe like in my neck and stuff. But hers is like on her face and on her belly, and it's the start of it in the way that it's still pretty bad, but it has the potential to get like a lot fucking worse. This postpartum period has been really intense and probably one of the more harder periods of my life. I did a lot to build up my mental health and to have resilience, and I felt like this event just sort of fucked that right up. But I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really grateful to have Mars and Olive, and I'm kind of proud of myself that I've gotten through this period without shaving my hair off. It was a challenge. For myself, I wanted to also do like a body checkup thingy like I did last time. So this is my body. I'm currently wearing a binder, and that's why my chest is flat, because otherwise I'd be knocking some people out. So this is my body at 6 months postpartum. I still don't have much feeling around my scar. Like, I know that I'm touching it, but I feel like the nerve's still fucked. I still have a little bit of a shelf, which, yes, hurts my feelings. I still haven't lost all my baby weight, and it's taking me a lot longer than it did with Marzi, but I'm getting there. I'm trying to improve on my health overall, so I'm not doing a great job at it, but I'm trying. I am extremely off-put by the fact that the last 6 months went really quickly, and that same amount of time is going to go by and she's going to be 1 and possibly walking, and then she's going to be Olive, and I don't think I'm ready for 2 toddlers, and I don't think I thought about that. Well, we're going to head off. Thank you for watching this postpartum video. I hope it made sense. I haven't edited it yet, so I'm going to try and make it make sense. We hope you're happy, healthy, living the dream, and we'll catch you the next time you can be bothered. Bye.